Hey guys, in today's video, I'll be discussing my investing strategy for Pokemon TCG. I'm just going to go through 4 lots of what I've purchased recently. Just a quick disclaimer though, this is just what I think works for me. I'm not encouraging people to, directly copy what I'm doing because I'm not an economist, by profession or anything. This is just what I do and what I think works for me. This is a tip I learnt from Z&G, so shout out to Z. He really finds value in first edition common cards, which is where I've been focusing my investment so far. Just a quick other disclaimer. In my opinion, the Pokemon economy is in a bit of a bubble. When I say that, I mean prices have been insane recently. Packs, booster boxes have been doubling, not monthly, but, half yearly, which is kind of an indication of a speculative bubble. So these will just be prices / profits at the time of recording. It's entirely possible that not necessarily the market will crash, but the market will stabilize at some point, because I feel like a lot of the value at the moment is too high. And because it's a relatively new market, I feel at some point prices may go back down and kind of level out at where they should be. Just with that out of the way, I'll jump straight into this first lot that I purchased off eBay. I purchased it for, I think, about £21. All of these investments are kind of done on a budget. I think over the 4 lots I'll cover in this video, I paid about £50 total. So anyway, with this lot, what interested me was this guy, this first edition WotC stamp Pikachu from Jungle. It was listed alongside this War Turtle from base set 2 and this Vulpix from, is this Gym Challenge or Gym Heroes? Not too sure. But regardless, so these were a lot together for £20. But what caught my eye was this Pikachu. Now, the reason for that is I'm not too sure about the prices on these 2 cards. I think the Vulpix is quite common, maybe like a £5 card. I'm not too sure about the War Turtle, but I'll assume the same because the main focus was the Pikachu. This Pikachu in PSA 9 is probably about a £50 to £70 card. So if I include the cost of the lot, which was £20, the cost of having it PSA graded, we'll say it's £10. So £30 Pikachu, let's say. And yeah, with a with a shot at getting PSA 9, which I do believe this Pikachu has a chance. If I take it out the top loader quickly, you can see the centering is really good, and it's flawless on the front, and even on the back it is very, very well centered, and there is very little whitening. You can see there is some barely at the top there. Just having another look, and maybe a tiny bit here, but I think this card has a great shot at getting a 9. So with this lot, you have, I'll put the Pikachu over here for the time being. You have these 2 as a bonus, I guess, and then this guy with the cost of PSA submission. Actually PSA 8 is about £80. I think this card's probably about 100, close to £100 PSA 9. I was just misreading my notes. So yeah, it's a decent kind of like £70 profit best case, maybe £20, £30 worst case, right there. we'll put them to the side and move on to this second lot. I picked these pre-release Dark Gyarados from Team Rocket up for £7 each. There's 3 of them, so I paid £21 for this lot. This was kind of a no-brainer for me. I mean, the cards are very, very mint. The centering is off. There's a tiny bit of whitening, barely noticeable on all 3 of these. The fronts are pretty much flawless. It's just the centering that is kind of off from left to right on all 3 of these cards. As you can see, the border here is a bit thicker than on this side. But regardless, £7 each for a Gyarados, and in PSA 9, I've seen these sell between roughly £50 to £70 each. In the case that I did get PSA 8, I've seen them sell for about £20 each. So if I factor in the cost of grading, £17 a card, I'll be just about breaking even. But I think a couple of these have a good shot at a 9, if not all of them. So I'm hoping that will be about, 30 to £40 profit on each of these cards. We'll see. Next lot, I was initially drawn to this bounce energy because this bounce energy is from Skyridge, which is an extremely expensive set right now, one of the most expensive sets to buy per pack or booster box. So with that in mind, I kind of thought, well, wouldn't this card be worth something if, some people are willing to pay £800 for a pack of Skyridge? Turns out no, this card is basically worthless, but I'll hang on to it. However, the lot did have a couple other cards. Just to quickly preface, I think this lot I paid £17 for. This Shed Ninja was from EX Dragon, I think. It's just a nice hollow reverse. These are all mint, by the way, all of these cards. Very, very little whitening, if any at all. It's kind of hard to find price data on all of these cards because they're quite niche, but people will still buy and collect these. It just might take longer to sell. This is about a £10 card, ungraded. In PSA 10, maybe about £50, but obviously they don't sell often, so it's not really reliable price data on that card. We have a Golduck reverse. Again, this card really isn't worth much, from EX Sandstorm. Another nice set from E-Series, but it's probably like a £3 card. This Torkoal, EX Dragon, again, probably about a £10 card, ungraded. So we've made our money back there. And then finally, there's a Ladydon from EX Team Rocket. EX Team Rocket Return, sorry. There's only 5 of these graded when I was checking the PSA grading service. Ignore that scuff up there. That's just the top loader. My top loaders are pretty scuffed up. The centering's a little off for this card, but it is mint. Like I said, all of these cards are mint to near mint. But yeah, because there's such little price data on this card as well, I've just seen these people flipping these for about £5 each. If I include the cost of postage, I might just about like make £5 to £10 on this entire lot, because I was mainly banking on that bounce energy from Skyridge, but that was a bit of a dud. Still though, moving on to the final lots, again, first edition commons, the bread and butter, I guess you could say. This was the card that initially caught my eye in this lot. How many cards we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards total from this lot. I think I paid about £20 again for a lot of these commons. This caught my eye. This Pikachu from Neo Genesis, because it looked mint from the front. Admittedly, there was not a back picture for this Pikachu, which is a red flag initially. And looking at the back, there is a fair bit of whitening. Actually, you can see on this edge, it's pretty scuffed. So yeah, prices for this Pikachu at this point, it's not really worth too much. Probably break even on that card if I flipped it. However, there was this first edition Rockets Charmander. Starters in, first edition, whether they're common or not, well, they are, I think all are common. People love collecting starters, so this definitely drew my attention. And this card was in very, very good condition. Ignore that, that's on the top loader, that scuff there. There is this whitening on the edge at the top, but besides that, it is very, I'd say, near mint. The centering is really good, and it's easier to grade non-hollows than it is the hollows. A PSA 8 in this card I've seen go for around £30, so that just about breaks even the lot at this point if I include the cost of grading this card with the cost of the lot. PSA 9, I've seen them go for £50, and honestly I think this does have a shot at a 9, so probably about £20 profit on that card. Next up we have this Eevee. Again, people like collecting evolutions and Eevee. Similar story to the Charmander. Really good on the front again. Very near mint card. Back, tiny bit of whitening on the top of this edge where it's been cut. But besides that, and a tiny bit on this right side actually, but besides that, very, very good near mint card. Again, PSA 8s I've seen on eBay go for around £30. PSA 9s I've seen go for around 50. Obviously it doesn't have a shot at a 10, but I'd be happy with an 8 or 9 if I submitted this into PSA. The rest are kind of, I say they're bulk. I mean, they are all first edition, like this first edition Larvitar from Neo Discovery, for example, and they are all near mint. However, people aren't as, hyped about collecting Larvitar, though people do collect, Larvitars to complete their sets. So there is some value in the rest of these cards from the lot. Again, they were all near mint. Rockets Magnemite, Rockets Abra, first edition, all of these first edition. There's Dratini and Giovanni's Meowth from Gym Challenge. But yeah, that pretty much covers my 4 lots that I've purchased recently. I haven't been purchasing a whole lot, mainly, at least expensive stuff. I'm focusing on more budget stuff because I'm a bit hesitant about the market prices at the moment, especially for the high-end stuff. I really think it could go either way. It could keep increasing from speculation and hype. Or then again, like I say, the bubble, I say burst. It's not going to crash the market, but prices will maybe level out or decrease to where they should be, roughly. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will probably make it a series where I'll just cover a couple lots I've been purchasing off eBay. Most likely first edition common cards from WotC series and what I think I can flip them for. But definitely the main attraction for this video was this WotC Pikachu first edition from Jungle. Really, really nice find this was. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment, and a like would be appreciated if you like the idea of this series. And I'll catch you for the next one.